We're doing a training video on the Climate Shield Defense undercoating water base. This is the product here. It's a coat, should be cover the whole entire car, size of sedan. We're just using a traditional spray gun, like paint spray gun, degreaser to make sure we clean the surface before we even apply this product. Now, on either a used car or a brand new car, we'll talk about a vehicle comes brand new with some type of undercoating, spots undercoating everywhere on the vehicle, which is number one, recommended to be cleaned by using any type of degreaser. Okay, you actually degrease the vehicle, then use a water pressure washer would be good. Okay, and after completely nice and dry, we just use the product straight. It doesn't require any dilution. And with the low pressure, we're going to show you in the next one the type of pressure we're using to spray the vehicle. Part of the factory shipping cars across the global, you'll notice there is actually type of rust oily product. They spray it just to protect the vehicle from rusted fast. As at this side, now we're moving to the area where also there is a black tar undercoating. Also, it's needed to be cleaned up before applying the product. Otherwise, you'll end up with some issue of peeling and product not being bond, of course, on an oily surface and dirty surface. We're using a traditional degreaser, not necessarily any type of degreaser, just to make sure surface nice and clean and is free from dust and any type of oil residue, whether it's a brand new car or a used car. Okay? See, all that need to be cleaned up. Now, after we let the degreaser sit for a few minutes, come with the pressure washer. Fasten the process by drying it. Nice and clean. There is no any type of contamination or a black residue on the surface. Now it's prepped right, degreaser, pressure wash it, dry it, and is ready to apply the product. It's got some off-white look into it, but when it dry clear. Just put it in. Make sure the rest is nice and closed so no moistures and dirt and dust goes in. Lock in your spray gun. Like I said, requires you need to be about 4 or 5 inches further from the suspension so you don't waste too much of the product. Cleaning your tools, just traditional water. Make sure you fill up enough with water. All nice and clean. Nice and clean with just traditional water. So on the next job, so you don't have any type of clogging into your gun and you end up buying another one. We're going to talk about the rust converter. This is traditionally product where it goes on rusted underneath before you end up using again the undercoating, the clear undercoating first. Rust normally it form just like that. We use the rust converter on this area, and you can tell become black primer, and that's exactly the finish you want it. You don't want to use this product very excessive, where you end up with some bluish finish. That's mean you put too much on the surface. So, rusted vehicle, recommend to use the rust converter first. And again, doing the same process on a new car by the degreaser first, clean it up really well, wash it and rinse it with a pressure washer, then comes back and dry it and make sure it's fully dry, using the product straight, no dilution requirement, and spray gun, traditional spray gun with the low pressure at 40 psi, that'll be an okay. Then on, like again, on a used car with rusted vehicles, we're gonna go back after the fact. We use the cleaning, we use the rust converter on it, and it comes as a primer. Okay, rusted area. I mean, you'll see it is it's a white liquid, and as soon as activated and dry, become black, just like the finish area here. And this way you'll know when it turns to black, you'll be able to use the undercoating right away, no problem. This area and that section, just to give you an idea, you have to clean thoroughly the parts underneath the car due to the fact, again, of the oil residue of manufacture using these type of oil for rust is like rust inhibitor typically, and using our product on top, it would not bond as it should be on a clean surface. So very important that the surface needs to be cleaned up. Any type of degreaser is fine. Rinse out the surface, make sure nice and dry. Use the product, the defense product from Climate Shield in your spray gun, low pressure. Apply the product, let it sit for a minimum an hour or two. They can be able to drive it. You don't have to hold the vehicle on your lift for an hour or two. As soon as you're done, you'll be able to deliver the vehicle to your client, and will be no problem at drying overnight while he's in his possession.